Can we just go one? No, we go one more time. Okay, whoever wins this next one is fine. Or whoever wins this one doesn't have to. What color do you want? Or pick a color. Pick a color? What do you mean? Because we don't have any. So like not blue. Orange. When I go, do I have to write the whole graph? Orange. Ew. It was the only bright color at home. I don't like you no more. Not funny. I don't think I spelled that right. It's they're all infinite. So for the domain goes to zero. Domain goes to zero. And this is the arrow. That means it's continuous. So it's infinity. On both sides? Yeah. No, not on this side. It's on this side. So then you do it this way. You go top to bottom. So this one would be like number one. And then you go on the side. You still have to teach it.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
But like, how am I gonna write the graph over there? Write it. I'm not gonna look right. Like that in what form? And A plus B I form. That's like what the answer's supposed to be, like the form. A plus B I? Yeah, because this is the real number, and this is the complex number. Like the imaginary number. I have never seen that before. Classmates take you algebra 2. I didn't learn that one. We're on complex number. Because like, what are you doing?
How am I supposed to write the graph up there?
Which one?
You're just
You just draw the way it is.
I know how to do it though.
So you
I'm
just
right
draw
at
the
the
lines and then draw like the squiggles. It doesn't have to have a perfect
Oh, okay.
resemblance.
Some guy.
You don't have to do the grid. That's too much. Kobe, you trying to be seen so badly.
If I wanted to be seen, I would say.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
I don't know how to solve this at all.
But the graph, I have to like actually know the numbers on.
I asked her, could I present my thing? One of my.
So do you after we finish with Halen, we can do it.
Yeah, let her present.
That's
Okay.
Here in my group. or whoever's group, I make sure you present first.
Actually, I'll take a Chanel. Let me be in your group next week.
Oh, how generous. Okay, so after we finish up with Haley's and whatever this is with your imaginary
I'm very
numbers,
confused right
we
now.
Okay, but do you just want me to like pull up my TRF on my phone?
I can pull it up over here.
Okay.
Let me pull it up real quick.
It's an I.
I didn't have 36 speech already.
Oh,
Wait, what's an imaginary number? I don't know.
What does it sound like? Can you
It
imagine?
says it.
No, it's fine.
Complex numbers are. It consists of two parts, which is a real number and an imaginary number. Well, I get the form, but I don't know what an imaginary number is. And I don't know how to solve this. Imaginary number is stuff?
The last time I heard of imaginary numbers was almost 6 years ago. So no.
Here's the answer. Okay, I think I know how to solve it. I just don't know what an imaginary number is.
I can easily look that up. Hold on.
Okay. So,
Hold on.
ask me if I know how to do anything.
Wait.
I know how to do
Hold on.
one thing.
So an imaginary number is a complex number that can be written as a real number.
That's stupid. So it's just a number.
Yeah, it's like a placement holder for a complex number, basically. So you know how with X we put 1 when we don't know something? When they don't
Yeah,
know
I know
something, they
when
put
this-
I.
When the I is like squared, it equals -1.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. Well,
Also, Jaden, I have your TRF up,
you don't
so
know the first step?
we're free to go
No.
after this.
So I'm guessing you're trying to get I.
Okay.
You're only trying to have one. Right. So there's 20. So you would distribute the 6 first. Because it's on that one side of the plus sign. So it'd be 6 times 14. I'm guessing, I don't know. Like that? Would it be -14 or just 14?
pretty sure.
It would just be 14. Let me check myself though, because I make mistakes just like y'all. Not you, senior.
And just use photomath? Yeah, that's what I did, but I don't know how to solve it. I just used photomath.
Not you, senior.
Well, photomath it still had just the 6i times 14. Yeah, so
Your I is still gonna be in there.
yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, except for you know how like when we solve for X, we get rid of X, right? With the I, because it's supposed to be something else representing a complex number, it's just gonna stay with it.
So basically think of I as X.
And X that don't go away.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that.
I'm so confused. Dang that.
So instead of writing 6i times 14, you actually do the math.
So you have to do like 6 times 14.
Yeah. So it'd be that I.
Haley, what's confusing you about this stuff?
I hate math so much.
84.
84. So
How'd you get 84?
I think we are on the wrong track. I think we are too. So then you put your I again. I don't know. I'll say online. Because what isn't the answer? It's -9 plus
Oh yeah,
plus 4.
we off track. We way off track.
You don't have like any notes on there? Like is there? Those are the notes.
That not helpful.
I'll tell you that thing. Let me photo math.
I'm doing that right now to check ourselves. Okay.
I know I have to rewrite it some type of way. Well, whenever you're solving equations like that, you always get your right. Yeah, but I think I have to combine the i's.
Yes. So it says first things first. You have to get rid of the parentheses. So
I told
Yeah,
you.
so
That's
it'd
what
be
we
6
were
times
doing.
14.
how I know that?
So it is 84.
Ooh,
I know you ain't.
What? Yeah, make sure you just rewrite the way it is with the parentheses, without the parentheses. Okay.
It'll be
Then,
like that, right?
yep. Then after that, they combine like terms. So they combine their
Those,
eyes. Yeah.
which would be,
For I.
would be a -1. No. What's 3 minus 6? 2. Wait. 3. 4.
For I. Yep, that's what they have on here. So for I minus 15 plus
Wait, what does I equal?
a -1.
Oh, -1. Because look,
Well,
this is a subtraction sign right here. And then you have 6 minus 3. I, which would be.
I'm saying for this one. Now, I usually just represents one, like the X rule. That's why I brought that up. But when you have like the minus signs with it, of course,
It would
it's
be
going to convert
3,
that.
and then you just have the I by itself.
I
Negative 4.
this.
For I. And then we have 14 and 5 left. I add that, right?
Mm-hmm. So 14, just go ahead and bring that 14 plus 5 down, just like when we're writing out a problem and we start eliminating stuff. Cool. Then after that, 14 plus 5 or whatever would have given you 9. And somewhere along the way, they basically switched the problem.
Yeah, because you have to have it in that form.
Said something about community property. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, it has to be in this form.
Okay.
So you have to switch it, which would make everything the opposite of what it is.
Okay, so -14 plus 5 will be what?
9.
Okay, so we write
It
9.
would be 9 plus 4i, right?
Yep, except for your 9 would be negative. Because the 14 was negative. And that's your answer. Does that make sense? You sure? So why is your 9 negative?
Because of the 14.
And what do we do with our eyes to get to this point?
You combine them.
Yes, ma'am. Smooth sailing. Are you still confused?
Yes, I don't understand.
What's up? What you confused on?
I don't understand the I part.
Okay, basically, like you were telling her, think of I as an X. The only thing is, instead of getting rid of your X, you keep it around. Because later on, when she does more problems, it's going to plug in, like, I think a variable number that's just that. They plug it in. So, you know, like how people keep pi signs, stuff like that. It's the same thing for that. But you're solving it like it's X. So, you know how when you have a bunch of X terms, you combine it, and then you start solving for that? Same concept. It's just with an I. That later on, whenever they're solving it, if they need to do farther steps, it will be a number that they plug in for that. Like it has its own set number.
So like it has the 6 minus 3. I don't understand like the 6 minus 3 plus I or whatever.
Okay, so the 6 minus 3, basically that's basic subtraction. What's 6 minus 3? And then since I by itself, what does X equal when you don't have any variable?
So I equals 1.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But when it has the square equals.
A -1. Yes, because it's inverse in itself.
Oh, so then you subtract it and then you add the last I. That's
Yes.
Okay. I get
Yes.
it now.
I'm sorry. Our tables are separated. Okay, and then after this, we're gonna work. You guys can do reflection, but I would love some help while we're doing this because this is an online one. After we finish this one, if we get to a conclusion point. But once that timer ends, if we're still working on this, I'm helping an online student with theirs. You guys are helping me, but you can also write your reflection. Girl, I'm so sorry. But are you good?
I learned something today.
You learned something about imagine with numbers.
I don't even remember doing this.
It's something that they touch base on and then they hurry up and quickly get off. Because I remember it when I started paper and I was like, she's talking about imaginary numbers or she just used I as like a filler, like an X.
Yeah.
But no, it was imaginary numbers. Haley, did you have an aha?
Okay. A weak PSC was how to simplify the equation to get the answer is A plus B as one. I learned how to solve a complex number into standard form. I found it meaningful when I realized that it was similar to a regular equation, and Haley's aha moment was finding out that I equals 1. Pretty confused.
Covey, you still writing this up here? Okay.
No, I'm good.
God bless you. Kayla can't see it. Not so good. Jaden, we're getting ready for you right now since I finished with these. So I can write it on the board. Let me know when you guys are done looking at this, and we'll be on our way with the rest of the problems.
My POC was like, that's a big answer. Was I formed and learned that combine the eyes with themselves and the numbers with themselves. So it was really cool because I got to understand something I was confused on. My aha was finding out a I equals
You got a learning log to do tomorrow.
Are you guys still writing this stuff?
No.
Okay. I'm about to write Jaden's problem on the board then. I'm sorry, Peter, acting so slow right now. Okay, how can I go back?
I'm gonna do it right now.
That's mine.
Yes.
Okay, babe.
Okay. Quite big.
Okay. Okay, I got the TRF on my phone too.
That's all right. I mean,
Huh?
all right.
Okay, babe. Well, I was just okay. So yeah.
I've never seen a boy get excited over a TikTok.
I'll watch TikTok. Alright, watch TikTok.
Yeah, everyone wants to play.
My 9-year-old making TikToks. They're so crazy.
Okay, Jaden.
Okay, so well, my PLC is how can I go back and check my work to make sure it's correct? And so what I did right there was I drew a right triangle, and since we're looking for the angle, I have to use inverse trigonometry. So I have to do like the tangent one, and tangent is when you have the opposite and adjacent, and you're looking for the hypotenuse. So I put the tangent and I did the little -1 thing because that's the inverse. And then I put the opposite on top and the adjacent on bottom. And then I divided those and then I put it in the calculator to find the inverse of the tangent and I got 55.7. But I don't know how to I don't know if that's right at all.
So my geometry kids. Yeah, not in geometry.
We haven't worked on this yet.
You know, worked on this.
Well, explain it. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's physics.
Jenny, you trying to hurt somebody's head? No, it's fine. I'm just fine.
Well, I got sense today, so I'm struggling.
Fine. I think we did a problem like this morning, which is totally fine because what her issue was, you see how right here you just have your zero, which indicates, well, not your zero. It represents something, but I like to call it a zero because it's the unknown, right? So the one that you used is correct, and I'm happy you did this because this morning we were trying to figure out like, do we do cosine or sin or sine, whatever.
Oh yeah.
So tangent was the correct one to use because you don't have an angle right here, and the other ones you need that angle to figure that out because that would be your obtuse, your what do you call it, adjacent and stuff like that. That would be that instead of these type of variables. So when you don't have an angle or you're not sure about the angle, tangent would have been the perfect one to use. So you did it correct.
So it's right. That whole setup is right.
Yes, and I'm gonna play.
'Cause I had to draw and label that triangle thing based on like what? Huh?
Was it a word problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on.
All right. It's physics, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's totally different. It has some units similar to geometry, but I wouldn't expect out touch base on this one. It's physics.
Okay. So it's the first one.
Physics is a form of science.
Okay. It says you want me to read it?
Yes.
It says Jimmy is 2.2 meters tall. Estimate the acute angle the sun rays make without the ground. I mean, with the ground when Jimmy makes a 1.5 meter shadow on the ground. So it says Jimmy is 2.2 meters tall. So I used it as the opposite angle. Then it says when Jimmy makes a 1.5 meter shadow on the ground. So shadows like that. So I put it as the adjacent. Oh yeah. Does that sound like I set it up right? Like look at it. Wait.
Okay, you have it set up right. How did she get 50? Oh, you showing me the problem. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually test review. I literally saw this sheet this morning.
Huh?
You good? You looking at it? Yep. It's okay. Let me see it again. I'm gonna check myself also by looking it up.
Hold
So
on.
you set up right. Jimmy.
It's the first one.
Yeah, I see it. I remember the name, so you're good. I'm gonna type it up real quick. Have fun with that. It's hard. Nope. Just pay attention whenever they're giving you formulas. I don't want to do shapes and stuff. Bye. Wow. Bye. No, I don't. Oh, my phone's taking forever to load. You're good, Jaden.
Okay.
Yep. We are right about the formula setup. So when I plugged in a calculator, though, I got 9.97. So how you get 55?
Because she said to make sure the calculator is in degrees, and then when you do the tangent thing, well, I did the 2.2 divided by 1.5, and then I did second, and then I click hit. Hold on, then I click tangent,
Mm-hmm.
and I got that.
I have no clue to see how I can check out degrees. That's how long I have not used that calculator. Let me see if I put that in.
Hold on, let me show you.
Yeah, go
Or
and
try
show
to show you.
school me.
So I did what is it, 2.2?
Mm-hmm.
2.2, and then I divided by
1.5.
1.5, and I got that 1.4, and then I gotta hold on, let me turn it sideways. Then I gotta do second right there. Then I click tangent, and I got 55.7.
Okay, come on. You're doing it right. What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay. Hold on.
What?
See that problem? It was you said in degrees, right?
Yeah,
Mine's radians. I don't know how.
yeah, yeah. You have to set it to degrees.
Okay, let me see if I can. Yep, I got 55.73.
Okay, bet.
So, are you confused or anything else? As long as you know when you don't have that angle inside of that triangle, and that sounds so difficult, but when you don't have that angle within this, so that when there's no angle right here, you can always refer to tangent unless your teacher tells you otherwise. That was the way I was taught, and I know things change, but
See, in most of our problems that we do, it's always tangent. Like we only had a couple that's like what is it, cosine? And sin. It's only a couple problems that we do that, but most of them be tangent.
because most of them are like the angles you're trying to find something within, or something on the other side that it goes with that. But then when you get it, you have to check it, and it's never right. So they just stick to tangent because you always have those two angles. It's never given. Either you have one here, you got it right there. It's always going to be something right there. And when it's not, that's when you know, okay, we're not using tangent. It's going to either be cosine or sine.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that the only question you had?
I mean, yes. We just gonna say yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, you did it.
Mhm.
Job.
Thank-
You even taught me a little something with the calculator, hoping these kids don't change it back to radians, but you did that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Haley left her journal.
Okay. Bye now. Bye y'all.
Bye. Have a good one. Stay safe.
You too. Oh yeah, my notes.
Here's my notes.
I kind of already figured you did that though. But thank you. Also, Amaya, like you were